coming up. Coinbase is going public today. Bitcoin Foundation Chairman Brock Pierce is with me to talk about what that means for crypto. Welcome back. Betting big on Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency trading platform Coinbase is set to start trading today on the NASDAQ. This direct listing was priced at $250 for a valuation of $65 billion. The news sending Bitcoin once again soaring to another new record. Joining me right now is the chairman of the Bitcoin Foundation. He is philanthropist Brock Pierce. Brock, thanks very much for being here. Your thoughts first on Coinbase going public and this push to make crypto more mainstream. Do you see this new direct listing as a catalyst?
Yeah, this is a major day, perhaps the biggest day in the industry's history. I mean, the fact that the public markets, you now have access to one of the star performers, the fact that it's being valued more highly than most major financial institutions is a huge event for Bitcoin. And we're seeing record highs today as well. With Coinbase going out at 65 billion, Bitcoin's about to hit 65,000. So, this is a very exciting day for all of us that have been working for many years to build this company and the industry as a whole.
So where does the growth come from at Coinbase? Let's call it over the next 5 to 10 years. In terms of the business model, is it transaction fees? Is it more usage?
Yeah, I mean, it's transaction fees is their principal source of revenue. In the first quarter, they generated $1.8 billion, up over 800% year over year. They've got 56 million users, over 7,000 institutions. And so there's still tremendous room for growth from where they are today.
Cryptocurrencies obviously in the spotlight over the last couple of years, and more companies today than ever before are allowing customers to use Bitcoin as purchases as its cumulative transfer value hits more than $3.5 trillion. Let me ask you about other cryptocurrencies and how you see this playing out.
Yeah, so Bitcoin, think of the technology that makes Bitcoin possible. We call that as the blockchain. Think of that as the operating system, like on your iPhone. Bitcoin was the first application, and there are many others that continue to iterate to try and solve other major problems in the world, and the further democratization of opportunity and access to everyone everywhere. You've got other major players like Ethereum, major players like EOS, Cardano, new projects coming out like Casper. It's an exciting field, but for those of you that don't know the market, I would strongly advise sticking to the large caps, just like in the public markets. They've got deep liquidity versus going into the pink sheets or the over-the-counter bulletin boards with the micro caps. Definitely do your homework. Your research is what's ultimately going to protect you. And don't invest something you can't afford to lose. But as you said, major financial institutions are getting in: Visa, MasterCard, BNY Mellon, Morgan Stanley. The list goes on and on.
Yeah, I mean, it's the reason that things like, Dogecoin hitting new records, passing 10 cents a coin for the first time, nearly overnight hitting a $17 billion market value, Brock. Assess this is happening for digital currencies, but also what's happening on a governmental level, like you've got China creating the digital yuan, efforts for the digital dollar here. Tell us about the digital market. Is the U.S. behind in this effort?
Yes, the U.S. is behind, but we still are the capital of innovation. And when the United States of America sets its mind, when the people act in unity, there's nothing we can't do. But we are behind, and technology is clearly changing the world. It's impacted all of our lives, all of our businesses, and it's impacting our governments. And the future is going to happen to us, or it's going to happen with us. And I'm really glad to see America getting its act together again, because it really does matter. We are looking at the Chinese digital yuan threatening the U.S. dollar's reserve status in the world. And I'm glad to see that we're making the necessary moves to continue to lead the world.
Yeah, and that is the CCP's point, to disrupt the dollar and become the reserve currency for the world. Obviously, they're we've got their own plans in place to overtake the United States. Brock, it's great to get your insights as always. Please come back soon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Brock